But then Annie screams, "Hey, jerk, speed kills." And Michael's like, "What the fuck did that bitch just say to me?" Hello, I just wanted to thank you for clicking on my video, and I wanted to let you know not only do I create content on my YouTube channel here, Class in a Glass, but I'm also on Twitch where I play single-player games, multiplayer games, I do movie reviews, cartoon reviews, and a whole bunch of other stuff. Also, it would be a big help if you can check out my Patreon, where you can gain access to audio commentaries, reactions, and the ability to submit questions for my podcasts and videocasts. And all that content can be found in the links below. In the meantime, enjoy the video.
Halloween, the night he came home.
Very nice. But now, my friends, I want to go ahead and get into this review of Halloween. But first things first, Chad, I have a very important question to ask you. That question being, how many of you have seen John Carpenter's 1978 slasher film, Halloween, the night he came home? Jen, he kept coming home. He never stopped. He just stayed there. He just moved in. He just started stabbing. That's all he's been doing. What you got? Peculiar Wallmate, formerly Ice Francis. I have. Hamilton Burger, I've seen on TV. Alex Manal, yes, I have. Now, Brownie, it's a possibility. There we go. No Name Woman, many times. Vanny, never seen it. Really? Wow, interesting. Crusaders, I have. Barely Carison, yes, many times. Cabo Flop, a bunch of times. Emily, he kept coming. He kept coming. Wouldn't stop coming. Oh, my God. I mean, Michael does look like he's jerking off throughout this movie. There's many, I'm just like, he's fucking masturbating. I know what he's doing. He's just like staring. He's like, nah, he's jerking it. He's jerking it, chat. I know what, Michael, you're doing. Now you Brian, you see fart. I never seen it. Michael Myers is us all. I suppose. Just jerk it off. Just like, all right, I'm bored. Here we go. Good old jerk just before stabbing. Emily, like you? Yes, indeed. Phrasing, you know it. That dick stopped working years ago. Yeah, maybe he's just flaccid down there. When they get him hard is when he starts stabbing. Yeah. He has a babysitter fetish. Or a sister fetish in this case. Vanny, not a huge horror guy unless it was Bruce Campbell. But fair enough. I get that. So, looks like, chat, a lot of you have seen this movie. That's just good. We got a couple people who have not. But, I mean, it makes sense, though, chat. It is, arguably one of the most iconic slasher films of all time, if not the most iconic. It's definitely the one that popularized the subgenre, chat. Might not have started it. I think people typically attribute Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho. Witness me! X-Power Gaming, thank you so much for raid. Everybody on the dance floor. Raid. Hope you had a good stream, my friend. What were you streaming today? I am curious. I started questioning myself, have I really seen it or did I live it? It might have been that. Might have been that case. Koki, yes! Yeah, I'm very excited for Scream 5. Sure, we're going to react to it on DT Gameplay and also my own channel tomorrow. I'm very excited. Everything's slasher themed this week, chat, which is great. So I'm very excited about it, Koki. Cannot wait. I'm hoping the movie's good. They got a talented team, ready or not people. Got some good. Got some of the returning cast coming, some new talent coming in there, which I do like. Got Dennis Quaid's kid, Jack Quaid, or Randy Quaid. I don't know what the fuck that guy's name is, but that kid's coming in there, chat. Randy Quaid's gonna be in it. Thank God. But an absolute pleasure to have you here, guys. Hope you're doing very well. Thank you again. Jesus Christ. Asvour Gaming for the raid. Sorry, I forgot your name briefly. So many people, too many kind people. Thank you so much. But as I was saying, chat, John Carpenter's Halloween, the 1978 film, it definitely popularized the subgenre. It created the modern slasher tropes that we so often see. Certainly in the late 70s and into the 80s, chat, and 90s and 2000s, and to this day. But Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho was definitely the one. I think most people attribute it with starting that subgenre of horror, chat, the slasher. There may have been some films in the 50s or something like that earlier, but that was the one that kind of put in the map, and then Halloween just ran with it, chat. And it was also the one that, really put, I think, Carpenter on the map for a lot of people. Yes, he had already done Assault on Precinct 13, chat, in 76, I believe, which is a great siege movie. If you guys have not seen John Carpenter's, he did like another film before, Dark Star, which is actually a student film that got like a brief theatrical release, but then he did Assault on Precinct 13. If you've never seen that, if you like siege movies like me, that's a great one. That's one of the best siege films of the 70s, in my opinion, Chad. It's fucking dark. It's gritty. It's violent, surprisingly violent. It's like, I wanted Vanilla Swirl. Bang! Just shoot that little girl in the face and she dies. It's like, all right, this guy knows his horror. This guy knows his genre filmmaking, and I love it. I mean, you guys know I'm a big John Carpenter fan, represent here. Okay, if you're not a John Carpenter fan, then get the fuck out. No, you can stay. You can stay. But I'm a big fan of his, chat. I love a lot of his films, and certainly his work throughout the 70s and 80s. Some amazing content, underappreciated for his time, and now considered to be one of the greatest genre filmmakers of all time, as he should be. Remember, chat. He's alive, by the way. I don't want to make it sound like he's dead. He's still alive. He's still kicking. He's producing this latest Halloween movie. He's did the score for it, chat. The man is a talent, and I love him. He's so good. But this was the film, I think, for a lot of people. It's John Carpenter's Halloween. Like, one of the things, like, when he was brought on to make this movie, which it really wasn't originally called Halloween. It was actually called The Babysitter Murders. Because that's the whole premise of the movie, where it's just like a whole bunch of babysitters get killed. And I'm trying to remember who was the original guy who came up with the concept of it, but it was one of the producers on the film. And he thought we'll do inexpensive movies for this company, Compass International Pictures, and they'll all be like under $500,000. It cost about $320,000 to make this movie, and they'll hopefully make a lot in theaters and later on television on VOD. And it's funny, chat. Like, this movie was made for $320,000 fucking dollars. $20,000, the person who was paid the most, by the way. The reason why they put $20,000 extra on the budget was because of Donald Pleasance, which they filmed with him for a week, paid him the $20,000. That's where it came from. And the box office is estimated between like $60 and $70 million dollars. So it was, for a long time, one of the most successful independent movies for decades. Is absolutely incredible. And, it's the one that really did make John Carpenter's career. Went on to do all these other films like The Fog and The Thing and Big Trouble in Little China and everything else in between. Escape from New York, famously, as well. I think that was his next film after he did Halloween, was Escape from New York with Kurt Russell. And also he did Elvis, too, with Kurt Russell beforehand. So, in essence, before, this immortalized the common tropes and structure we so often see in a lot of horror films. The kids who always have sex and do drugs, they get killed. The certain things that we always say in horror movies is like, I'll be right back, but you ain't never coming back. All right? Where you always have the killer stalking the kids one by one, murdering them in various different ways because of either their own stupidity or their own ignorance to what's going on. Like, this really did set all those tropes, and these tropes that which they've been criticized, that have been deconstructed by other films like Scream, but it did this. So I think it'll be interesting to have like someone who has like watched other horror films that have just done all these things and watch Halloween. I think they might think that it's like, well, it's a bit slow, or it's just doing things that I've seen 1,000 times. And I think people would hold that against it, which I think, I get that. I think, that's fair. I get it. But you have the mindset going in, like, this is the one that really started doing that, which is pretty incredible. And, of course, it's also best known for, two things, really. One, in bringing about the rise of Jamie Lee Curtis, chat, which, before this, she was... she did a TV show. Her mother famously is her help me out here. Her mom is Janet Leigh, who was the girl in Psycho, chat, who gets murdered by Norman Bates in the shower. That was her mother. But this is what also put her on the map, chat. 2 fucking scream queens. It's crazy. Mother starring in the film that really started the subgenre, and her and the one that popularized it. I think is pretty incredible. And then, of course, Chad had made one of the most iconic movie monsters of all time. Well, if you thought, like, okay, what's the modern, when we think of, like, the classic monsters, we always go to people like Dracula or the Wolfman or Frankenstein's monster. Like, those are those iconic creatures from the 30s and 40s and 50s. And, it was always in Gothic castles. It was always in Europe. But, like, what is then the more modern version of those guys? And I think you have to go with, certainly of the next 50 years, like that was of the first half of the century. What was the next half of the century, chat? And I think you often have to think of Michael Myers, He is kind of like the latter half centuries, equivalent of something like Dracula or Frankenstein's monster, the Wolfman. Same with Jason Voorhees or Freddy Krueger. I think those guys are definitely up there. They're held up there, in my opinion. And Michael Myers was kind of like the first version of those modern classic monsters in the shape, this slasher who wore this mask, Chad, which famously is a William Shatner mask that has been sprayed completely white, where they've just made the eye holes a little bit bigger, chat, ripped off the eyebrows, ripped off the sideburns, but it is like William Shatner's face, but it's also shapeless at the same time, chat. This blankness to it, this ghost-like appearance. That's what made, I think, Michael's mask is one of the most iconic, I think, images in horror. Just like Jason's mask is, and just like Freddy Krueger's glove is, or Candyman's hook. These are just these very iconic elements to these characters that have existed for Michael's case for 40 years now, which is incredible. That look, and the kitchen knife, of course, his go-to weapon. He's used many weapons over the years, but everyone thinks of that fucking giant butcher knife of his. So yeah, it's an incredibly important film. It established a long-running franchise, which varies in quality, chat. Famously had Halloween 2, which is a direct sequel to this movie. Takes place during the same night and everything. Established the relationship that, Michael Myers and Laurie Strode were actually brother and sister. She was adopted, which they've done away with recently. And then, of course, you had the attempt by John Carpenter to turn Halloween into an anthology series with Season of the Witch, but was underappreciated. I actually like that movie. That's probably like my third favorite Halloween movie. I think it was really, it was just different. It was different. I would have liked to have seen this franchise turn into an anthology film, but then eventually he sold his rights to the property to the owners, whose name I'm blanking on the top of my head. But oh god, was it Akkad? What's that guy's name? I'm trying to remember his name. The owner of oh shit. God damn it, what is his name? Erwin Yablans is also the guy that came up with the concept of Halloween. That was him. Oh god, but I think it's Akkad. But he then said, no, we want more fucking Michael Myers. And so they did, 4 and 5, which established that. And Jamie Lee Curtis didn't want anything to do with the franchise at that point. So she was killed off. Not even killed off on screen, just died. And we followed her niece. Not her niece, her daughter in those movies in 4 and 5. And then in The Curse of Michael Myers, which made Michael more a supernatural killer. Where you could shoot the shit out of him, but he'll always come back up and he'll go after you. And then they rebooted again, where they had H2O, where they brought Jamie Lee Curtis back. They tried to court, John Carpenter back for it, but they didn't want to pay him the money that he wanted. And then, of course, he had Resurrection with Busta Rhymes, Chad, trick or treat, motherfuckers. And that really killed the franchise. And then, Chad, we had the remakes with Rob Zombie, those 2 awful fucking films with Rob Zombie's like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do something I've never done before. I'm going to take Halloween, but make everyone in the movie just a very angry, swearing redneck hit character, which is like, oh, Rob Zombie, another original idea. He did that. He just basically did what he always does, except it's a Halloween movie. And then you had most recently, chat, you had David Gordon Green and Dan McBride coming in, and they did Halloween 2018, which is a direct sequel to the original film, and I think is fantastic. I really enjoyed that movie. I thought it was great, where they eliminated the whole thing about Laurie and Michael being brothers, which I never liked. I was like, what the fuck? This comes out of nowhere. It was always weird to me, and so I liked it. And some people hate that, but I'm all about that, baby. I'm glad they got rid of that. And now we're on the eve of the release of and Halloween 2018 was the highest grossing film in the franchise. I think it's the highest grossing slasher film of all time. I want to say, I think it even beat Scream, right? Most recently. But then we're on the eve of the release of Halloween Kills, which I'm very excited for. I'm hoping the best. This is the second chapter in a planned trilogy of movies. I guess the quadrilogy technically, since it's 78, then in 2018, then Kills, then Ends, which you'll get next year. But I'm looking forward to it, chat. And so it's been interesting to see this franchise just rise and dip and rise again and dip again, and now it's kind of on the rise again. So I'm hoping they can end this strong, because hey, this is the original one. This is the one that popularized it. So I'm excited. But but it's an iconic movie. And I have a lot of appreciation for it and respect for it, chat. And if you're a fan of John Carpenter, if you've not done yourself a favor of watching this film, then please do so. Please do so, chat. But now, my friends, we're going to go ahead and start. And know we're going to start with, chat? An incredible long take. Everyone loves, that's the thing. Everyone says, like, oh, a new trend in Hollywood is, like, everyone wants to do their long take. That's a big thing, where there's no cuts in between a specific shot. And that's been going on forever, baby. And John Carpenter did it back in 1978, because the film opens up. First of all, I love how this film opens up. So goddamn good, chat, with that iconic. Can we talk about the score for a minute? That theme. So goddamn good. And John Carpenter, not only did he direct this movie, not only did he write it with Deborah Hill, chat, his producer on the film, and he also did the goddamn music too, chat. One of the most iconic, probably, if we had to think, we had to say, what is the most iconic horror score of all time? I think it's Halloween. Like, maybe there's some other ones, but it's in the top three. Let's just say it's in the top three at the very least, chat, okay? And it's the one that I always think of when what's a scary horror theme? That one. And that's how the movie fucking starts, and we just see it's all in orange text. It's a very simple opening credits, and I really fucking dig it. Where it's that orange goddamn text, chat, and we see the pumpkin in the background, and we see that its nose is in the shape of the knife, and you have all the people's names coming up, and that's just that score playing. Oh, the thing, you're right, the thing again, John Carpenter. Well, that's Ennio Morricone, but another great score. So pretty much any horror film that John Carpenter worked on has an iconic goddamn score, which either he wrote or someone else wrote. So that's a good point. But yeah, I love this fucking opening, chat, with all the orange text and the pumpkin. And we see this repeated in 2018, except the pumpkin, they do a reverse thing where the pumpkin is like all rotted and it comes back to life. It's like the franchise come back to life in the 2018 film. But love the opening credits to this movie. And then, chat, boom, we're in a neighborhood, middle America, 1963, Illinois, Haddonfield, represent. Illinois, chat, and we're just following this camera as it goes up to this ordinary house, chat. Little jack-o'-lantern there. This is fucking Halloween. Kids are trick-or-treating, having a good time, stuffing their tummies with sugar and chocolate and shit. It's great. We just follow this camera, and I was like, this goes up to the house, looks at the jack-o'-lantern, and then goes to the side to the window. We realize, like, wait, this isn't a fucking camera. This is a person. Someone's watching this house. Someone's looking inside. And what do we see, chat? What do we see inside? Two horny teenagers, chat. We see this one guy. I don't know what his name is, chat, but I'm going to call him One Pump Charlie. That's his name for him, okay? And we also got little Michael's sister, chat. Judith Myers, chat. Judith Myers, and she is fucking horny. And, we have good old One Pump Charlie. He's talking to Judith as they're just smooching on the 1963 era couch, and Charlie's like, hey, Jude, the dude, where's Michael? He's like, he's around here somewhere. He's like, well, better have him not see what we're doing. You want to go upstairs and have sex? She's like, boy, do I. And this is interesting, shot, so I think this is like all done in the span of like 3 fucking minutes or something, but they fucking go upstairs while we assume like whoever this little character is or whoever this person is who's watching them goes in the house, chat, goes in the side door, opens the kitchen drawer, chat, and they pick up a fucking knife. And it's like, whoa, what's going on here? And they go through the house, chat, and immediately, as soon as they come to the stairs, they hide behind like a wall. And there's a reason why I called him One Pump Charlie, chat, because he's literally walking down the stairs, already putting his shirt back on. He's like, well, that was fun. And she's like, are you gonna call me later? Yeah, I guess. He's like, seriously, you gonna call me? I'll call you. They had sex in the span of like less than a minute and a half? Jesus Christ. And you gotta, like, imagine, they took off all the clothes. You gotta also encompass the time it took to take all the clothes off, chat. Him on top of her, and he must have just went, and that was it. He's One Pump Charlie, chat, and then he's putting the fucking shirt on, and then he put the clothes back on. So he must have lasted, I'm gonna say at least, 30 seconds. I'm going to say 30 seconds, chat. Maybe he was already, like, super fucking hard, and when he just fell on her, everything, that was it. And she's like, this is what sex is like. It's great. He's the 1 minute man. He's the One pump Charlie. But he goes out the door. And we're following the cameraman, chat. The cameraman with a knife. He goes up the stairs, chat. And this person, they see a mask on the ground. They pick up the mask. Boom, they put it on the camera, chat. So we're seeing from their perspective and things. And who do we see? Judith Myers, chat, with her big old bazungas out, chat. Just brushing her hair. First of all, if I'm a teenage girl, chat, tee-hee-hee, and I was going to brush my hair with my bazungas just, boom, hanging out, I would probably close my door. I'd be like, I'm going to close my door and lock my door. I don't know if the 1960s, that was just maybe the fucking Myers residents, they were all hippies and shit. And so they were like shirt cocking it and, and just bazungas just hanging out all the time. But I figure, like, ladies, please let me know. If you're brushing your hair with your bazungas out, you would close your door. And perhaps even also lock it. But Judith's like, I don't give a shit. I want to feel the breeze on these nips. And so she's brushing her hair. And this person is like right up on her, and she turns around. She says, Michael. They're like, oh, this person is Michael. Oh my God, he's seeing his sister's bazungas, and all of a sudden he's like, you had sex, you must die. And he starts stabbing the shit out of her, chat, stabbing the bazungas. They're like all shredded up now. It's like, oh God, stabs her in the tummy and the neck. She's like, ah! And then she goes on the ground. She falls to the ground, chat, dead. And Michael, he's like, oh, fucking shit, I gotta get out of here. And so he uses his little legs, his little 6-year-old legs, shit, goes down the stairs, goes out the door and shit. But we see this fucking car pull up, and these two adults get out, and they're like, Michael? Is that you, Michael? It's Michael Myers' mom and dad. And we have this, John Carpenter loves dolly shots in this movie. Holy fucking shit. Because this was the first time they were like using, I think they used like the Panasonic, this is the first time they had the Panasonic camera, I want to say. And he's like, he was in love with dolly shots in this movie. Because it opens up with a dolly shot, and then it ends with a fucking dolly shot, chat, where the dad comes up, he takes off the little clown mask that Michael has on. It's this little kid. This little fucking 5-6-year-old kid who's just standing there with a big old butcher knife covered in bosom juices, chat, in blood and gore. And the mom is hilarious because the dad's like, oh no, just kind of standing there. I was like, are they supposed to be like frozen or I don't know? But the mom's like, oh, what the hell does this little shit do? She like puts her hands in her pockets like, all right, what'd you do now, Michael? What'd you do now? She's like used to this. I feel like this has happened before, but we just fucking pan out. We pan out, chat, and then we get fucking boom, Halloween spoopiness. But then, chat, we cut, and it's 1978. It's many years later, chat, 15 years later. So Michael would be 21. He'd be like 21, 22, around that age right now. And we are at night, and we're in a car, chat, with Dr. Sam Loomis, played by Donald Pleasance, chat. Many great roles throughout his entire career, chat. Famously played, funny enough, Blofeld, we were talking about earlier before the review. The original Blofeld in You Only Live Twice, the fourth Connery film. Oh, no, the fifth Connery film. Excuse me, chat. Thunderball was the fourth. You Only Live Twice was the fifth. But he's there, and he's also Nurse Linda, chat, where she's like, I want to get back to the party because this girl needs her alcohol and she be horny. And he's like, listen, we got to get Michael Myers ready because we have to bring him before a judge. And she's like, aren't you always going on about how you want to keep him in there? He's like, yes, I want to keep him there. We have to go here for me to tell the judge that he needs to stay in this place, okay, in this sanatorium. That's what needs to happen. He's the evil is there. And she's like, okay, well, what kind of drugs do we need to put him in? He's like, he needs this many fucking drops of Thorazine. And she's like, he's not even gonna be able to sit up. And he's like, and that's how I fucking want it. And I also notices like a little like matchbook with the club the nurse was at, where she was having the drinks and just snuffing cocaine and having all the sex, chat. And she's missing out because Dr. Loomis has to pick up the serial killer to go to court the next day. Jesus. So inconvenient. But it's like storming, it's super dark out and stuff, so they want to get there like really fucking early. But then they're pulling up to the sanatorium, they notice, chat, like in the rain and shit. By the way, the score is just fucking coming in, that ba na 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 ba 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 so good. And they see that all the fucking patients and inmates are just wandering outside, chat, just shitting themselves, pissing everywhere, sure cocking it, chat, like you wouldn't believe. And they're like, well, why are they just letting them out there? It doesn't make any sense. And Loomis is like, pull over to the side, pull over to the side. Over the side, the gates all torn open and stuff. It's like, what the fuck happened here? And he goes to, this is back in the day, Chad, where we didn't have cellular phones, Chad. We didn't have that technology that's so commonplace. We have to go to one of them pay phones or one of those phones that connects to the hospital. So he fucking runs over there, Chad. The evil is gone from here. And he picks up the phone. He's dialing. The nurse is just sitting out there. Good old Nurse Linda, Chad. She's doing her thing. But then, Chad, we hear 70s era jump effect. And when you hear a 70s era like $6 million man, a jump effect, you know shit's about to go down. And we see this figure, chat, who is just sure-cocking it. He's on top of the roof. He's on top of this roof. And then Nurse Linda's like, what the fuck is going on? And she, like, steps out. And then this guy attacks her. She's like, oh! Just trying to, like, grabs her fucking hair and shit and, like, rips out a chunk. And she closes the door again. She hides in the car. And this guy, she doesn't realize, like, you know, windows and shit and how he could just easily come over to the other side of the car. And she's like in the corner in the passenger side, and then boom, we see this big fucking hand come down, boom, smashes the glass. She's like, fuck this. And she dives out of the car, Chad, goes into a fucking ditch while this figure, this individual, we don't even know who he is, has got in the car and just drives off. And then Dr. Samuel Lewis, he's like, he runs over and he's like, are you okay? Are you okay? And she's like, I'm okay. It was fucking horrifying. It was scary. And Dr. Samuel Lewis, he starts freaking out. He's like, he's gone. The evil is gone from here. And it's like Michael Myers has escaped, chat. The little boy who murdered his sister, stabbed her in the bazungas and stuff. He's gone. It's like, oh my God, this isn't good. What are we going to do? What's going to happen next, chat? Transition. We are now in an ordinary suburban middle America neighborhood, chat. Haddonfield, or Illinois. Which I love that they emphasize Illinois, except throughout this scene. You can see, and like John Carpenter, he even says, like, we tried our best to hide the fact we were basically filming in Los Angeles, but it was very difficult. And so they hit it for the most part, but if you notice in the background, if you look down the street, you'll see fucking palm trees. And I'm willing to bet there aren't many palm trees in Haddonfield or anywhere in Illinois. There's none there. But you look up, yeah, palm tree. And they also filmed this during the spring. And so if this is in Illinois during the fall, every tree would like not have any leaves. It would all be gold and red and brown leaves everywhere. The streets, like all the trees are like green and vibrant and shit. And it's just one of those things you gotta go with. You're like, all right, you know, they couldn't film in apparently middle America. They had a $300,000 budget, chat. We gotta film close to home where they literally, for this movie, they asked their friends, John Carpenter and Deborah Hill and the other actors who were involved, chat, they literally just asked their friends to come and help make the movie. They literally slept outside of houses because all the houses they were occupying for their shoot were so filled up with people and stuff. They had to sleep in the van, shit. They had one car, which was the makeup car for everybody. It wasn't just for the actresses and the actors and shit. Like this was like a super independent, low budget movie. Like John Carpenter famously, he's like, I was paid $10,000 for this movie initially. That's what he was paid for. And he made more in the back end because he got points in the back end for the box office and stuff. So he made a lot of money that way. A lot of people did, but people weren't paid shit. Like the person who made the most money was Donald Pleasance. He made $20,000 and points in the back end, of course. And that was the only way. It was funny. I should say, so Donald Pleasance was not John Carpenter's first choice at the time to play Dr. Samuel Lewis, Chad, who was one of the most important characters in the movie. He originally wanted to get Peter Cushing for the role, but Peter Cushing had just, famously in a lot of horror films, Hammer horror films, British horror films, that kind of thing. But he famously had just did Star Wars in 77, Chad, a year prior to Halloween, because Halloween was 78. And so when Carpenter contacted, or it was either Carpenter or Deborah Hill contacted Peter Cushing's people, they scoffed at him. He's like, he would never be interested in something like this. And the other person they went to was Christopher Lee to play the role of Dr. Samuel Lewis, and he passed on it. But Christopher Lee has said since then, I think he'd met John Carpenter like years later, or maybe it was Deborah Hill. It was one of the two, and he said, I made one of the biggest mistakes of my career was not taking that movie. And he's like, he said, I should have done that, but I was too stupid and too ignorant to realize what they were doing and how special it was. But he eventually went with Donald Pleasance, and the big reason why Donald Pleasance did it was because he got paid a lot of money. Got paid fucking $20,000, chat, for a week, for a week's worth. That's not bad, making $20K they shot all of his stuff like in 1 week. We have him for this period of time, do all of it, and that's what they did. They got all his stuff done. Divine Miss Klein, good to see you. I hope you're doing very well. Good to see you. Christopher Lee he's dead. That's true, Hamilton Burger. So is Peter Cushing. So is Donald Pleasance, also all dead. What are you going to do? Rest in peace, R.I.P. But chat, we're in this ordinary neighborhood. We're at this ordinary house, and who walks out? Jamie Lee Curtis, chat. Good old Laurie Strode. And she's walking to, like, school and stuff. She's got her book. She's a fucking nerd. You can already tell, and nerdy hair and nerdy books, reading chemistry and math and history. It's like, oh, my God. Laurie, why aren't you smoking doobies and having alcohol and having the sex? But she's too busy doing all that dumb book reading. Yawn. Boring. Lori scared another boy away of her big fucking brain. But as she's walking down the sidewalk, her dad stops by and says, hey, honey, listen, could you just drop off this key at the Meyer house? I'm going to be showing off. Because apparently her dad's a realtor, chat, Strode Realtors. And he just asked her, he's like, yeah, I know you're going down that way. You can just drop that off. So I'm going to show the house to some people. Because the house has been abandoned since 1963. Since the night Michael Myers killed his sister, Judith Myers, chat. And she's like, sure, Dad. And she takes the key, chat. She's walking down, having a good goddamn time. And then who she sees rolling up to her, chat? Good old Tommy Doyle, a fellow nerd. Little nerdy Tommy Doyle. And so they're having a nice back and forth. And this is the first shot of the movie where you can literally see, if you look all the way down, because they pass by this intersection. And John Carpenter does a really good job of hiding the palm trees in this movie. But there's this one shot where they walk down an intersection, you look down at fucking shit ton of palm trees everywhere. Everywhere. Also funny. So their budget was so low that they literally had to reuse dried leaves, like fall leaves that they had shipped in. And so they would put them on a specific scene, right? And so they had them all going and blowing. They had a big industrial fan that they would throw up in the air, and the leaves would go up in the air and would hit like the actors and stuff. Like, oh, there's leaves blowing in the wind, even though all the trees are fucking green everywhere. And after the shot, they would then go up and pick up all the leaves. They didn't have enough money for leaves, which is fucking nuts when you think about it. Fern, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. When they're talking, they're having a good conversation and stuff. But then Laurie's like, hold on, Tommy, I got to go drop off the key at the house from my dad. And Tommy's like, don't fucking go up that house. That house is haunted. That's where the boogeyman lives. And that's what the bully kid told me at school. And she's like, that bully kid ain't going to be able to graduate the 6th grade. He's a fucking moron, all right? The boogeyman doesn't live here. And she's like, don't fucking do it. No, she goes up there. Chechi goes up there. She puts the key there, and she walks away, and she says, see, everything's fine. But we do see someone else is in there, chat. Someone is like, ooh, is it Michael Myers? It's Michael Myers, it is. And he's inside the house, and he just sees Laurie Strode. He's like, don't be fucking leaving keys on my front porch, you bitch. I'm going to stab you. And so that's what started all of this, chat. It was the fact that Laurie Strode, like all of this whole fucking, all these events, was because Laurie Strode left a key on the front porch of the Myers residence, chat. And Michael saw her. He's like, I'm going to ruin this woman's life forever. That's what it was. It was just literally something as simple as that. And so they go off, and, little Tommy, he goes, oh, that's the thing, because Tommy, Laurie's going to be babysitting Tommy on Halloween night, and he's like, are we going to, like, watch scary movies? She goes, yep. Are we going to have popcorn? She goes, yep. Are we going to carve jack-o'-lantern? She's like, I'm going to pick up the pumpkins, and we're going to carve them. I will say, Laurie Strode, excellent fucking babysitter. Really, she does a great job. Like, we're going to introduce the characters of Annie and Linda. I like Annie because I love her sarcasm and shit, but she's a shitty babysitter. She's really fucking shitty. Linda, she's like, I just want to have sex and fuck Bob. That's all it. But, like, Laurie's legitimately, like, a really, like, that's the kind of babysitter I would get if I have kids. I mean, you would pray to God, chat. If, heaven forbid, a fucking Michael Myers situation were to occur, you would be so lucky and privileged to have a babysitter like Laurie Strode, because she goes through so much shit and she protects those goddamn kids. And she even gets one kid what she was supposed to get, little Lindsay, that Annie was supposed to watch. Fucking, by the way, Lindsay, MVP in this movie, because she's like, I don't give a fucking shit what happens. I just want to watch my spoopy films and eat my popcorn, okay? And then I want to go over and see Tommy Doyle, because he's a cutie patootie, all right? But I'm going to do what I want to do. Lindsay, MVP, chat. But she's great. Back to my point. Laurie Strode, great babysitter. We all be great. Every babysitter should strive to be Laurie Strode, chat, because she goes through the shit. But little Tommy, he goes to school, chat, and we see Lori, she goes to her classes and stuff, and she's like an English class, and they're talking about fucking poetry or philosophy or some bullshit. And again, Carpenter's score comes in here, it's so good. But she's sitting in the back of the class, she's listening to stuff, she's bored, and then she just sees this fucking guy outside, like across the street. And the car we saw that Michael took from Dr. Loomis and Nurse Linda. And he's just literally standing outside from across the street just staring at her like, you shouldn't have left that fucking key on my porch. I'm going to fucking stab you. And she's like, what the fuck? Who is this guy? And the teacher's like, Lori. She's like, yes. And she's like, answer the question. She answers some fucking bullshit poetry question. And then she turns and the Michael and the car are just gone, Chad. They vanished. Michael is a fucking he's just, he is just jerking off throughout this entire movie, chat. And I'm sure what happened was he was in the middle of a good old-fashioned jerk session when Lori broke his concentration and when she dropped off the key on the porch, the Myers residence. And he's like, what the fuck? And he's just been pissed ever since. And so he's like, I gotta stab her or I'll never be able to jerk off again. That's what it is. I think he has like a form of OCD, and it's like, I won't be able to masturbate until I kill her. I think that's what it is. And so that's why he's so fucking mad all the time. That's why he wants to kill everybody. He just wants a little privacy for himself. I get it. More power to you, Michael. It's natural. It's completely, there's no internet back then, so he just had to imagine shit. And he's like, I gotta kill this bitch or I won't be able to jerk off. He's got blue ball very much so. But eventually, Chad, we cut, and we are now of Dr. Loomis, who is talking to some medical professional, I guess, the sanatorium. And Loomis is just mad because he's like, why wasn't security upgraded for him? And they're like, we didn't know what kind of prisoner he was. I mean, we weren't sure. He's like, I told you, he's evil. The demon has gone from him. And Loomis is pissed. And he's like, well, you even know he will probably pick him up the next day. I mean, it's Halloween. We can't get in that much trouble, can he? And it's like, he's going home. He's going back to Haddonfield. I know him. He's like, Haddonfield's 150 miles away from here. How is he going to get there? He's like, it's not like he knows how to drive. Loomis says, well, someone apparently fucking taught him how to drive because he was doing pretty goddamn well himself. How did Michael learn how to drive? Plot hole in the movie, Chad. I will give this. How did he learn how to drive? And he drives very well in the movie. Like, he knows how to go scout. It's not like he's just fucking puts the, the foot on the gas and goes like 75 instantly. Like, he's good at turning and three-point turns and passing. Witness me. Thank you so much, Goner. Everybody on the dance floor. Right. I guess so. I think they said someone probably gave him. That's what Loomis says. Someone apparently gave him lessons, which that has to be the explanation. The devil took the wheel. Instead of Jesus was the devil. I mean, he has the darkest eyes, the devil's eyes. Might have been the case. Thank you, Goner, for that little welcome to the party of one. No, Goner, absolute pleasure to have you here, good sir. Thank you. Doesn't matter if it's a party of 50, a party of 100, a party of one. I appreciate the raid, good sir. An absolute pleasure to have you here right now. Cheers and salute to you. I just love to hear my raid music. It's so good. Witness me. But Loomis is obviously pissed, Chad, which I would be too. He didn't double security. And why the fuck are you teaching all the crazy people to drive? Doesn't make any goddamn sense. Eventually, we then cut to Tommy Doyle's school, Chad, where someone be watching. Someone's watching this school, Chad, super intently. And then we cut and we see all these little fucking kids walking out, having, hey, Halloween, yeah, and stuff. And then we see poor fucking Tommy Doyle, Chad. Well, what piece of shit teacher is letting this little kid carry this giant pumpkin? It's like, I'm like, all right, I'm going to help you carry this pumpkin, kid. Where you got to go? Like, I would take that. I was like, I don't have to. You could tell the teachers didn't give a shit. I'm like, hey, man, as soon as it hits 2 o'clock, I'm done for the day. Get the hell out of here. I got great papers. I'm not here to help you carry that pumpkin. But they forced poor little Tommy Doyle to carry this massive pumpkin, or at least give him a smaller pumpkin. Like, no, man, no. Take the smaller pumpkin. And then Tommy, he's just carrying this fucking thing waddling. And you got these 3 bullies on his ass telling him that the boogeyman's gonna get you, Tommy. He's gonna fucking get you. By the way, fun fact. The main bully character, which I forget his name, but they have a new actor playing him in the new movie, an older version of him. So I'm interested to see how that's gonna be. That's gonna be cool. See if him and Tommy are gonna have any kind of like, bad blood, or if they gotten over. Maybe they're best friends. We'll see. But they're bullying him, and he's like, the boogeyman's not real. He's like, he is. He's gonna fucking kill you, Tommy, you stupid loser. And then they trip him, chat. They trip him, and he falls on top of the pumpkin, and he smushes the pumpkin. I would have been fucking pissed. I would have just taken him out. And I love it. All the bullies, like, run away, like, ha ha. And then the one bully, the main bully, chat, he runs right into Michael Myers, who just hits him. And Michael, I'm like, he's gonna fucking kill this kid. And he just grabs him. But he just lets him go, and the kid runs away. And then Michael just fucking follows, like, little Tommy, chat, just watching him the whole time. And it's a good, this is, again, another long take, another long shot, where then Michael later gets inside the car. He just follows Tommy. He's like, oh, my God, is Michael a pedophile? Michael might be a pedophile, chat. As he's just watching this kid. And you as the viewer, like, is he going to kidnap him? Is he going to take him? He's going to kill him, like, right here on the spot? As Tommy's, by the way, Tommy does not have any peripheral fucking vision. Because if I saw a car that's been literally following me for like 5 minutes, I'd be like, what the fuck? I would be a little concerned. But Tommy, not too bright. But Michael, eventually, he just, he speeds off. He speeds away, chat. But I always thought, like, did Michael feel bad for Tommy there? Was he like, man, that was a dick move. Poor little Tommy. I don't know. I felt maybe some sympathy from him or something. Michael's really, he is, goddammit. He knows how to drive. Bro, vroom, vroom family. Clearly. But it was too bad for poor little Tommy Che. He didn't deserve that. But then, chat, we cut. Loomis is on his way to Haddonfield. He's like, I don't know, 75 miles away from Haddonfield. He's at a payphone, and he's basically telling the police there, it's like, the evil is coming. He's coming, and he'll have to kill you all. And he's like, you must prepare, or it'll be your funeral. And he hangs up. He's like, wow, little over-exaggerated there, Dr. Loomis, but okay. And he wants to hammer home his point. Evil is coming to Haddonfield, and you're all fucked if you don't prepare. And then, chat, he immediately looks to his left, and he sees an abandoned car and what looks like some clothes that a hospital patient would wear on the car. And he goes over there, chat, sees this truck, sees this hospital gown, this patient gown, and it's got doo-doo stains and blood over. He's like, oh my God. He says, Michael's Krause. And he sees the little matchbook that we saw earlier, chat, like the Red Rabbit room. And he's like, the evil was here. And he leaves, and he goes back to the payphone, chat, and then we see the dead body of the driver. He didn't even see the fucking body, chat. So we see the dead body of the driver, chat, because Michael stole his overalls. Michael's got a thing for overalls. He really loves that shit. He's just like, I want that. Very simple. I guess it's just a good way to clean the blood off or something. He's like, I don't have to deal with like a shirt and pants and belt and no. All in one. All in one, chat. And so, yeah, that poor fucking schmuck, he died. Eventually, Chad, we cut back to Lori's school, and she's walking with all her books and stuff because she's a fucking nerd. And what do nerds do, Chad? They read books. But then she's joined by her friend Linda, Chad, who's the stereotypical kind of blonde bimbo. You know, she's got big boobs. She's all about, you know, the sex. She's like, I don't care about learning. It's like, I totally have so much stuff to do. It's like, we have the dance tomorrow, and then I have to get my hair done, and then I got to learn like 5 cheers. And, you know, Lori's like, that sounds really stressful. She goes, totally is. And she says totally a lot in the movie, Chad. It's kind of like her thing. But the thing is, it's not like Linda does a bad performance. It's a really funny character. I do like Linda, Chad. She's cool. But then, Chad, we transition from Linda, who is very much the bubbly, voluptuous friend of Lori, and we get this sarcastic friend in Annie, Chad. And Annie's just like, again, very cute, very cute. But she's got like a little bit of a chip on her shoulder. She's the daughter of the of Haddonfield's sheriff. But I just love their rapport. Like, they're funny enough. They're like not on screen, the three of them together. Like, this is kind of like the one time they are. This point right here when they're all together, and after that maybe like 2 of them occasionally. Then it's after that's like mostly Lori and Annie, and that's it. And they're kind of on their own for the rest of the movie. But I do like the rapport that these 3 women have. I'm all about it. It sells. And so they're going back and forth and stuff. And and they're talking about boys and, and doobie smoking and alcohol. And Lori, the only thing on her mind is like, oh my gosh. You're like, what's wrong, Lori? What's wrong? Did you not get a date for the dance? She's like, no, I mean, I didn't. But my chemistry book, I left my chemistry book. And Linda's just like, oh, Lori, you big dumb nerd. I forget my chemistry book all the time, and my math book and my English book and all my health PE books and stuff. Don't worry about it, girlfriend, okay? You don't be needing no books. You be needing that D. And she's like, but I don't want a D. And she's like, no, dick, stupid. And she's like, oh, okay. But they keep walking. Books, what they're trying to emphasize, books are dumb, Lori. Don't be dumb. Come on now. But they're walking, and they see they see the car chat. Michael Myers is driving this car. He's like, there's that fucking bitch that left the key on my porch and ruined my jerking session. And now I see her with 2 other bitches. We got a trio here. And, they see him driving there. And they mistaken him for, like, Paul. This boy that like Annie and Linda are like lusting over all the time, and it's like, what? Well, is that Paul just being a fucking creep? And Michael kind of starts driving away, but then Annie screams, "Hey, jerk! Speed kills!" And Michael's like, "What the fuck did that bitch just say to me?" I love it. That's what I imagine, and he just stays there, and I imagine Michael's just like, whew. All right, just gotta breathe in. You gotta take it easy. You can just tell Michael's really fucking pissed. And he's like, all right, add another one to the list. Laurie Strode and Annie, the sarcastic one. He added her right there. And so, but he eventually drives away. And, like the 3 of them just assumes like, oh, it's just fucking Paul screwing around, whatever. Eventually, each of them starts going to their home. Like, Linda's the first one. It's like, all right, I'll see you guys later. See ya, bye. And so she goes inside her home. So after that, it's just Lori and Annie. They're walking. But then as they're walking down the sidewalk, they see Michael, like, just to the side of some hedges, just staring directly at them. And Lori's looks like, who the fuck is that? He's like, there's a guy right there. It's the guy that I saw earlier. And he's just like, what guy? And they turn around, he's gone. She's like, I told you, he was just right there. He was right there. And he's like, I'll take care of this, girlfriend. And she's like, starts strutting. She's got her, like, I'm pissed off, and I'm here to defend my friend from any of these harassers. And she goes right there, and she starts talking to Michael, and she goes, oh, yeah, is that right? Lori, come over here. You have an admirer. And Lori's like, what? And then there's like peeks behind the shrubs. There's no one there. And she's like, there's no one there at Dingus. And she's like, well, I don't know. It was weird. I think that guy's been following me. And then Annie says something like really fucking mean. And it's like, oh, Lori drove another one away. She says, it's like, I don't think boys like me. They think I'm too smart. And fucking Annie's just like, oh, Lori drove another one away. It's like, God damn, Annie, that was cutting. That was a little mean. Luke Balls, I have a question, Chris, and maybe you already addressed it, but how the fuck does he not? We've talked about that. I don't know. There's only a piece of dialogue where Loomis says, well, apparently someone has been teaching him how to. Apparently someone's been giving him lessons. It's an excellent question. It's definitely a plot hole in the movie. But eventually, Chad, they're walking. Annie, she goes into her house, and Lori says goodbye. But then she gets like her women's intuition, Chad. Boom, that woman's intuition, lady. Speak up. It just kicks in. Or like your spider woman sense is tingling right now. And I was like, I don't like this. And she's looking around and shit, and just feels something. She's continuing to walk, heads turned the other way, and boom, she bumps into Sheriff Brackett, Chad. Annie Brackett's dad. And he's like, hey, how you doing, Annie? She's like, oh, Sheriff Bracken, I'm so sorry. It's like, it's okay. It's all right. One scare tonight, that's worth it. We all get a little spooked tonight. And she's like, oh, I'm so sorry. It's like, all right, so you're going to be babysitting with Annie tonight? She's like, yes, sir, right across the way. He's like, okay, cool. Well, you let me know if you kids need anything. I'll come by, scare off all those boys, It'll be good times. But you let me know, Annie. Let me know, fucking Jamie Lee. And she's like, no problem. He's like, all right, we'll see you later, Lori. And she's like, bye. And she keeps walking home, chat. And then she encounters, she's like, oh, nice little wholesome moment, chat, because, in the middle of the day, some Parents don't want their kids out trick-or-treating late at night. So we have some daytime trick-or-treaters. And she smiles seeing all these fucking kids saying, trick-or-treat, yeah, candy. And they walk away, and she's like, oh. And she goes inside of her home, chat. Goes into her room. All the windows are open, by the way. And she goes to shut them, chat. But then we just see fucking Michael just literally standing outside, just staring at her like, you shouldn't have fucking left that key on my porch. And she's like, what the fuck? And she looks, and he's just gone. He just vanishes. And she just like shuts the window. I'm like, I don't like that. And then she hears the phone chat, gives a little ring-a-ding-ding. And she walks over. Samurai sister, Slice, good to see you. It's been a hot minute. Oh, hi, welcome. This is the point where Michael's been harassing Lori, or the many times where he does so. At least in this movie. And she hears the phone give a little ring-a-ding-ding. She picks that up, and she's like, hello? Hello? And there's no one on the line. She's like, leave me alone. And she hangs up. And then it rings again. She picks it up. She's like, hey, listen, jerk. And Annie's like, why are you yelling at me? What did I do? And she's like, oh, I thought that was you. God damn it, Annie. And they start having a conversation about boys, I don't know, and doing their whole thing. But then we cut from that. And Lori, she's outside, and she's got a big old pumpkin. So Lori, this is a big pumpkin. She's like, oh. Why did they give this huge fucking pumpkin for Jamie Lee Curtis to carry? Because I can tell she's struggling with it. It looks like she weighs 98 pounds in this movie. And she's like, oh. Like her fucking arms are shaking and shit. And eventually she just like, she sits up on this like stone fence or whatever. It's like, like the stone wall. And she just sits there with this pumpkin until she's picked up by Annie in her car, and she gets in the path, just waddles over and sits down, and fucking Annie's just oh, here you go, girl, here's a fucking doobie, and they start smoking doobies in the car, chat. Meanwhile, we cut to Loomis. He is now in Haddonfield, and he's with the graveyard keeper or whatever, and because he wants to see Judith Meyer's grave to see if Michael has stopped by. And the graveyard keeper, he's going on to the crypt keeper, I guess, Chad, in this case. The crypt keeper, he's there. And he's telling like, oh, yeah, the Judith Myers, that was a horrible thing that happened in 1963. No one's lived in the house since then. It reminds me of the time, little town, down the way, it's about 25 miles away. There was this one guy. He kissed his wife and his 2 kids, after dinner, and walked into the garage, picked up a hacksaw, and came back. Loomis is like, I don't give a fuck about that story, okay? I'm here to see Michael. He's like, where is the grave? And he's like, oh, right over here. And they go up there, and the guy's like, what the hell? He's like, did you lose it? And he goes, no, it's not there. The gravestone has been removed. And he's like, goddamn kids. And Loomis is like, those weren't any fucking kids. That was Michael Myers. He's here. The evil is here. And it's like, that's not good. Why would Michael steal a gravestone, chat? We'll find out. We'll find out soon. But after that, chat, we cut back to Annie and Lori, and they're just smoking all the doobies, chat. They might as well be Cheech and Chong. Might as well be Harold and Kumar and a half, chat. Just enjoying themselves. They're also playing, Don't Fear the Reaper. And as they're being followed by Michael Myers. Great scene. I forgot about this scene in the movie. They're being followed by Michael Myers. And he's like right behind him. He's like, don't do drugs. Don't do drugs. It's illegal. And don't be leaving keys on my porch. Very upset about that still. As they're smoking doobies and singing Don't Fear the Reaper, chat. But as they're driving, and he's like, oh no, my dad. Because first of all, it's like, why would you fucking panic? Just keep fucking driving. Your dad won't even notice you. But apparently, the police are all in front of this hardware store. And Michael, he's like, oh shit. He parks to the side while Lori, she's like, Lori, smoke all the doobies. She's like, I can't do it. And so Lori's just like puffing and smoking as much as she can, Chad. And they get rid of all of it. And she's just high as fuck for the rest of the movie, not knowing what the hell's going on most of the time. Doesn't feel getting stabbed anymore. But Annie, she pulls up and she's like, what's going on, Dad? And he's like, what? And he's like, what's going on? Because the alarms are all going. And it's like, some goddamn kids broke into the hardware store. It's like, you're always blaming kids, Dad. Our generation isn't what you think it is. Well, he's like, well, you tell me who would, steal a Halloween mask, some rope, and a couple of knives. Huh? You tell me. And she's like, whatever. He's like, all right, you kids, you have a good day. I'll see you later. Bye, Dad. Bye, Mr. Brackett. Says Lori, who is just in a fucking haze of doobie smoke. The devil's lettuce, chat. And so they pull away, and then we get one of my favorite scenes in the movies where wham bam, it's Jam. Welcome to stream. Hope you're doing very well. But where Dr. Sam Loomis is finally, he gets out of his car and he goes up to talk with Sheriff Brackett, and fucking Donald Pleasance forgets what his name is. In the movie, he's like, Sheriff Brackett, my name is Sam Lewis, Dr. Sam Lewis. He literally forgets his fucking name. I fucking love it. And then fucking Carver's like, good enough, we'll keep it in. I was like, we're not gonna do a second take. Nope, we're not. We're gonna keep rolling. We have only a month. I think they filmed this in 20 days. They filmed this movie in 20 days, and like, we are not stopping. We're keeping that take in. It's a great scene because you can literally see like Donald Pleasance like look to the side, because he's like, Loomis, Dr. Samuel Loomis, and he's talking to the sheriff, and the sheriff's like, yeah, we had a break-in. We'll go ahead and take you to the Myers house. Let me just take care of this situation first. And then Michael Myers just fucks with Dr. Samuel Lewis, where he just drives right next to him and goes, bitch. Lewis is like, whoa, who said that? Is that evil here? And so he keeps driving. Eventually, we cut to back to Annie and back to Lori, and they're in the car talking about boys, and how Annie is going to be, I don't know, like, I've got her boyfriend's name, like Paul or Peter or some bullshit. I think maybe it's Paul. And they're going back and forth, and how they're going to go to the dance, and she's like, Lori, why aren't you going to the dance? She's like, well, no boy has asked me to go. And she's like, it's like, oh, come on, Lori. She's like, I think boys are intimidated by me because I'm smart. And they're like, just fucking ask somebody. Ask a boy. She's like, I can't do that. It's too embarrassing. And she's like, just do it. Who would you want to go to the dance with? And she's like, I don't know, like Ben Tramer. Oh, Ben Tramer. Like, we never met Ben Tramer, chap. Did Lori marry Ben Tramer? So we know that Lori obviously got married, had a relationship with a man, and that's produced, her daughter. Was it Ben Tramer? Did they ever confirm if that was him? I thought it would have been very interesting. I would have been like, oh, nice little Easter egg. She did in fact marry Ben Tramer. We don't know. I don't know what. It might be in the Halloween wiki right now in the 2018, like who she married. But I wonder if it was Ben Tramer. But she's like, well, I can help you get Ben Tramer. I'm sure he'll want to go to the dance. She's like, don't fucking do it. No, I'm scared. And so Lori, like, that's what scares her, chat, is asking a boy to go over to a dance. Oh, that'll change quick. Probably was a single mom. No, she was a single mom for most of it. I think the marriage just fell apart. But I think they do mention she was married. I want to say. I don't know. I'll let you know when I do the review tomorrow, chat. I was just curious at the top of my head. If it was Ben Tramer, I thought it would have been interesting. But at that point, talking about boys and stuff. And then we get like a really weird cut where it's obviously daytime. It's like, are they going to like across Chicago? Where are they going? Because it's daytime, and then instantly, chat, it's nighttime. It's like, wow, that was a hard cut. That was a hard fucking cut. It's like, I don't know what they were doing. They were just smoking doobies, waiting till the high wore off. But eventually, Annie, she drops off Lori, and Annie, she pulls into the garage, and she goes in the house to take care of like Lindsay. By the way, Lindsay, MV fucking P of this movie, chat. She does what I would have done: watch horror movies, eat fucking popcorn, and just not give a shit. I love Lindsay in this film. She's hilarious to me. But we see Michael. He parks his fucking car. He just starts scoping these places out. Like, he gets out of the car. We follow him. He's just behind a tree and shit. Like, oh yeah, I'm about to kill me some babysitters. Hell yeah. He's getting excited about it. We see Lindsay's parents leave. They get out. They go in their car. Michael's like, all right, here we go. Sees Lori across the way. Tommy Doyle's parents leave. He's like, I'm all about this. He gets very, very excited about it. He's like, prime stabbing. We then cut chat to Sheriff Brackett and Dr. Loomis, who have then entered the Myers house. They go inside. Sheriff Brackett is just like, listen, we don't even know this is the guy who broke in the hardware store. And Loomis is like, I know evil, okay? I know he broke in the hardware store, okay? You're unprepared, Sheriff. And he's like, well, listen, I mean, I could tell my boys and let them know that he's around here. You know, some guy. He's like, no, just Don't have like a checkpoint at every intersection or some shit. Then he won't come back to the house. We won't find him. So what we need to do is just tell your men to keep their eyes open and be sharp and report back to either yourself or myself to let me know, because they're looking at the house. And they find the body of a dissected dog shit. His dog has been ripped apart. And the fucking sheriff's like, what the hell did this? And fucking Loomis is like, he was hungry. Like, he fucking ate a dog raw. Jesus. And then the sheriff says it has a weird line. It could have been a skunk or something. Do skunks usually eat dogs? Is that a thing? Now, we don't know how big the dog was, but I assume it's like a dog. Michael kills a fucking number of dogs in the franchise. Kills a dog in this movie. But I don't know why they gave the line to the sheriff. It could have been a skunk that killed the dog. Okay. And so eventually they go upstairs because they're like, they don't want me looking at no dead dogs and shit. I understand that. And then Loomis is like, and this is where it was done, where the deed was done, when his sister fornicated with One Pump Charlie. It's like Charlie never lived that down, Chet. He was always then referred to as One Pump Charles, Chet, after that. And he stabbed his sister in the bazungas and the tummy, and she died. It was horrible. And then he goes to the window, and he's like, he was here. And then all of a sudden, Chet, like, this gutter comes on loose and just smacks the window, and fucking Loomis is like, ah! And he pulls out a gun like he's all scared and shit. And he's like, sorry, I'm just a little jumpy. And he's like, this is Michael Myers guy really has you spooked. He's like, yes, I spent 7 years trying to reach him, and I spent the next 8 trying to keep him where he is. When you look upon his face, this pale, expressionless face, you notice that he has these eyes, the darkest eyes, the devil's eyes. And he just goes off. And Sheriff Brackett's like, okay, okay. I want to go. He's like, you want to come with me? He's like, I'll remain here. The evil shall come back. And he's like, all right, dude, I'll check on you in an hour. It's like the evil. He's like, I know the evil. And so he goes downstairs and he drives. By the way, Loomis, again, there's some fucking weird shit that they give Donald Pleasance to do in this movie. There's one scene coming up here which just breaks me every time I see it. I love it. So we then transition from that. And then we're seeing Lori just being honestly, Chad, just being a really great babysitter. Because she's his little Tommy Doyle, and she's reading like a fucking book to him, and he's like, I don't like this book. She's like, all right, well, what do you want to read? He's like, I want to read these, and it's like all a bunch of comic books and stuff. And he's just like, oh, Laser Man, Condor Man, Atomic Man. And she's like, no wonder your parents don't want you reading this junk. He's like, comic books are art, god damn it. She's like, whatever. And he's like, do you want to carve pumpkin? She's like, yes, we can carve pumpkin. He goes, yay. And so they go and carve pumpkins and eat popcorn and stuff. Eventually, we cut. Oh, yeah, that's the thing, because they're carving pumpkins. Annie, she calls Lori, and Lori picks up the phone and is like, hello. And she's like, you're going to love me. And she's like, what did you do? She's like, I just got you a fucking date to the prom or the dance or whatever with Ben Tramer. She's like, no, why'd you do that? She's like, come on, girl, go with Ben. When I talked to him, he was really, really excited. And she's like, oh my God, just why'd you do that? And then we'll have this conversation. Michael's just outside looking at Annie like, I'm going to stab that bitch. Like, he's so excited. Just like, oh, I can't wait to get in there. He's very jazzed about it, chat. And then we have this giant German shepherd named Lester. He walks in. It's Lindsay's dog. And he's just fucking barking because he's like, there's a fucking serial killer outside. My German shepherd senses are a-tingling. And Annie's just like, Lindsay, can you get your fucking dog? He's annoying me. And Lindsay's just on the couch going, how about you fucking take care of him, you fucking bitch? And she's just watching the movie. She's just like, she's eating popcorn. She's like, she's just like chewing on her nails and shit. By the way, I think it's so cool what you see that they're watching is the original Howard Hawks' The Thing, which then John Carpenter would do his remake several years later, chat, 4+ years later, which I think is so really. Lindsay gives no fucks. I'm like, I'm Lindsay in this movie. She's the MVP. She's like, how about you fucking do it? I love that. But I think eventually, oh yeah, it's the thing, because Annie, she's talking and she spills like butter all over herself. And she's like, oh, the butter. Oh, Jesus Christ. And so then she just starts like taking all of her clothes off in the middle of the kitchen, chat. Takes off her shirt, big old bazungas hanging out. Takes off her, and like she spilled a lot of fucking butter on herself, Lord. And Michael's just like, oh, yeah, here we go. Just doing his thing. But I think Michael gets a little too excited. Because then he he knocks over a potted plant and it falls on the ground, one of those hanging plants, and then she fucking turns around and she's like, what was that? And then we hear Lester the dog just like roar, 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 roar. He goes outside and he's just barking. He sees Michael and she's like, Lindsay, Lester's barking again. And we hear roar, roar, and we hear like Lester like start to like whine and then gets cut off, and he's like, never mind. And we see Michael is just strangled. He's killed 2 dogs. Killed one dog off screen, and he just choked the shit out of Lester the German Shepherd. He's like, you're gonna be delicious, because apparently, Chad, Michael loves to eat dogs. And he's like, I don't know. We never see Lester again in the movie. I don't think we do. I think Lester at this point is just gone. We don't see his body like be thrown into like a window or some shit. Lester's just not there. So we assume Michael's like, I'm going to eat this later. And so Lester's taken care of. At this point, I think, where are we now? Oh, yeah. Lindsay's just living her fucking life, doing what she wants to do. But then we cut to, this one we cut to Lori and Tommy. And Tommy, he wants to ask Lori about the boogeyman. And she's like, what are you talking about, the boogeyman? It's like, well, the bully character early in the movie told me about the boogeyman, how he's going to get me. And she's like, listen, the boogeyman's not real. He's like, how do you know the boogeyman's not real? Because the boogeyman could be so many different things, Tommy, but it's not real, okay? I promise you, if there is a boogeyman, I'm going to protect you. He's like, you promise? She goes, yeah, I promise, Tommy. Good fucking babysitter, chats. Who you want? Eventually, we cut back to Annie. Who is like, Lindsay, I'm gonna go do the laundry because I got butter all over me. And she's like, of course you fucking did. And so Annie, their laundry room is in their garage, and so she goes to the garage, chat. And, she leaves the door open and stuff. Because that one door, for whatever reason, once it closes, you just get stuck. It locks itself for whatever reason. But she's doing the laundry, chat, putting the tide and stuff. And the door just shuts. And Annie, I don't think, knows how doors work. Because she locked herself in, even though the locks are on her side. And she can't fucking open it. And she's like, Lindsay, I need your help. I locked myself inside the laundry room / garage. And Lindsay's like, of course you fucking did, you dumb bitch. And so she's like, doesn't give a shit. I'm watching the thing. I'm watching Howard Hawks' The Thing. And so Annie's like, well, I can my only means of escape is to go through this window. And so she goes through that window, chat. Oh, something bad gonna happen? But then we cut. And we're back with Lindsay, chats, who's enjoying the movie and some popcorn. But then there's a ring-a-ding-ding on the phone. And she's like, if that fucking phone rings, fuck it, fine. And she picks up the phone. She goes, hello. And it's Paul or Pete or whatever. And she's like, hello, Paul and or Pete. And she's like, is Annie there? And he's like, I don't know, I'll check. Annie, are you here? I think she's doing laundry because she spilled butter all over herself. And he's like, ooh, that's really hot. Could you go get her for me? Fuck. Okay, I'm missing Howard Hawks' The Thing, but okay. She puts the phone, she hangs up the phone. And she just takes the popcorn and just eats it. And she's like, hey, Michael. And she goes to the laundry room where we see that Annie has somehow checked. Because, I don't know, Annie's just been stuffing herself with popcorn all night. And she has somehow wedged her gut and her fat ass into the window. And fucking Lindsay's like, what are you doing, Annie? She's like, I've eaten too much popcorn. I'm stuck. She's like, I'll help you out. And she Winnie the Pooh'd herself, Chad. She Winnie the Pooh'd herself. And so she gets her out. And Annie's just like, Lindsay, you can't tell my boyfriend that I got stuck inside. I mean, maybe she should have told the boyfriend that. He would have came to help her. Stepdad, please come help me. But he gets her out. She's like, don't worry, I promise I won't tell. And so they go back inside the house, and, fucking Lindsay, MVP, picks up the phone because they hear the phone ring. She picks it up, and she goes, your girlfriend got Winnie the Pooh inside the window. Here you go. And she's like, fuck. And she starts talking. That is the fate of Mojo someday. Goddamn right. We need a stepbro. We need a stepbro or a stepdad. Absolutely newsy ducky. And she's like, you just Winnie the Pooh yourself? I've been eating a lot of popcorn. I can't help it. And he's like, all right. And they're, talking back and forth and stuff, but it's really funny. And they're all flirting and things. And Paul's just like, listen, I'm horny. You're horny. Let's go ahead and have the sex. But she's like, well, Lindsay's here. He's like, well, fucking drop off Lindsay with Tommy Doyle. Well, I mean, Lori's, babysitting. She's not getting any action night. And she's like, all right, that's a good idea. You fucking like the way your mind works. And he's like, yeah, you got stuck, huh? She's like, I know you have a stuckage fetish. And she hangs up. And she goes over to Lindsay. Lindsay was just like, the fuck you want? I'm watching my movies. And she's like, hey, why don't we go over and see? Oh, no, that's her thing. Because she's like, let's go ahead and go pick up. That's what Paul wants, is like, come and pick me up. Because Paul, I think, was grounded because he did something stupid. I think he like toilet papered like someone's house. He egged someone's house the other day. And everyone found out about it and he got grounded. But his parents are out of town for the night. And so he wants to come over and have sex. But he wants his girlfriend, Annie, to pick him up. That's what it was. And she's like, hey, come on, let's go over and pick up my boyfriend, Paul. She's like, Paul's not my fucking boyfriend, all right? What do you want? And she's like, listen, just come with me. We can do this. She's like, I'm watching movies. I'm eating popcorn right now. She's like, how about this? I'll take you over to see Lori, and then you can hang out with Tommy Doyle. And she's like, I like Tommy Doyle. He is a cutie patootie. I will allow this. Let us go. And so Lindsay, and she's in control of the situation. She's like, all right, I like this. I'm going to go see my man, Tommy. And so she goes across the street, and Michael's just watching just the whole time. It's like, yeah, Lindsay saved your ass so many times. I could have gotten you. But he said the fact that Annie was Lindsay-less means that her death was inevitable at this point, Chad. It was like, oh, you fucked up. You should have kept Lindsay in the house. Yeah, it was a good luck charm. Clearly she is. Whoever Lindsay's with survives. It's true. But, Annie says, hey, can you watch Lindsay for a bit? And she's like, I'm fucking carving pumpkins and making popcorn. And she's like, just we're just going to have some fun for an hour. I'll get her in like an hour, okay? And she's like, okay, fine. And so, the two of them are just having a fucking great, or her and Tommy just sit down on the TV. She's like, hey, Tommy, what's up? He's like, hi, Lindsay. Want to watch some TV and snuggle? He's like, okay. And so they fucking snuggle, and they watch Howard Hawks' The Thing. Well, Annie, she goes back to the house. She gets all of her stuff, grabs her keys, and she's going to all these rooms. And what's interesting about this, it's a long time before she gets to the garage, and I know what John Carpenter's doing, because the attack can come at any minute. It can come, it's inside the laundry. She goes back to the laundry room. Maybe he's there. Goes back to the house chat. Maybe he's there. But it's not until she goes to the garage and gets into her car and she sits down and she realizes all the windows are all fogged up. And she's like, what the fuck? And she like rubs her finger, and then Michael is behind her, which, by the way, I always like to, how often do we not notice like there's something in the back of her car? I think we're pretty aware what's in the back of her car, but whatever. But Michael's behind there, Chad. He just comes up there. He starts strangling the shit out of him. She's like, just choking her. And he's like, all right, you're struggling too much. And he just slits her throat, Chad. So she's like, blood coming out and popcorn and stuff because her tummy's so stuffed with popcorn. And she falls on the horn and goes, but Annie is no more, Chad. She is dead. It's over for her. After Annie's death, chat, Tommy, he's sitting there with Lindsay, and he's like, all right, I'm going to play a prank on Lindsay. That's what I'm going to do. They're watching like a new movie like Forbidden Planet or something, and they're just hanging out. And then Tommy, he goes behind one of the curtains, and he starts doing a scary voice. Lindsay, do you like scary movies? She's like, Tommy, where are you? I just want to snuggle and eat popcorn and watch movies. And then he's like, he's like being a little snot, little shit. But he looks behind him outside, and he sees Michael just carrying the body of Annie, and he's just like, killed me a bitch. And he's just having a good time, shit. And he's like, what the fuck? And then, Lindsay comes up behind you, scares the hell out of him. He's like, there's a fucking guy that killed Annie. She's like, oh, good. And, like, Lori comes in here. She's like, what's going on? What's going on? He's like, I just saw the boogeyman. The boogeyman was carrying Annie, and I think he killed her. And, like, Lori's just like, fucking, you're scaring Lindsay, Tommy. He's like, no one believes me. And Lindsay's like, I believe you, boo. Lindsay's got you. I believe you. See, Lindsay's the best character. Like, she knows She knows, and she supports her man no matter what, chat. And Lori's just like, what? So confused. Like, okay, sure. Eventually, we get to one of my favorite moments in the film because it's so fucking bizarre. But we see Tommy Doyle's bully is with his friends, and they're out. And they're walking down the sidewalk, and they go up to the Myers residence. And Dr. Loomis, I can only assume, I don't know what, I think he's taking a piss. Or he's doing something outside, but he's just watching these kids. And the two other friends of the bully character are like, go up, man, knock on the door, do it. Come on, don't be a fucking chicken, do it. And so he goes up there, and then Loomis, I'm like, I don't know what, I want to know what the direction was for Donald Pleasance in the Scene by John Carpenter, because fucking Loomis goes, hey, get your wide ass away from there. It's like, why? Why did he do that voice? Get your wide ass away from there. And they're like, oh, and they fucking take off, and Loomis just starts giggling to himself. It's like, okay. All right, sure. He's like, and then Brackett comes up. He's like, hey, he's like, oh, Jesus. Oh, Sheriff, I didn't know you. The evil has not come. He's like, listen, we've been patrolling the neighborhood, haven't seen anything. He's like, okay, well, again, you just gotta make sure that they find him, okay? This man, he is truly evil. He's the devil incarnate. It's like, I tried to reach this boy, but he had the eyes. I know the blackest eyes. I get it. Okay, we'll be sure. Enough of your fancy talk, British man. We'll take care of wide ass. I know, it was racist. It was just so funny when he said that. Eventually, we then get to the scene, chat, where it's beer fucks and pedophiles. And we see this giant Winnebago pull up, which has Linda. Because, oh, that's right. I think Annie told Linda, hey, come over to the Lindsay's house because we're all going to have sex. And she's like, cool, I'm going to bring Bob. And Bob has the car. And Linda and Bob are parked right outside, and they're just fucking drinking and driving. They're drinking all these beers and stuff, and Bob is just like, so we gonna go inside? She goes, yeah, but we gotta wait for Annie. She said she's gonna come back with Paul. And he's like, oh, that's gonna be great. And he starts like, I can't wait to have fun. I'm gonna rip your clothes off. She's like, you better fucking not. This blouse is expensive. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna rip your clothes off. Then we're gonna rip Annie's clothes off, and then we're gonna rip Lindsay's clothes off. He's like, Lindsay is 10 years old. Dude, what the fuck? And I think Michael heard that. He's like, I gotta kill that pedophile before he gets his hands on Lindsay. And Lindsay is the MVP of this movie. I would never lay a finger on her. And so Bob and Linda, they get out of the car and they waddle over to the house. They get inside there and they start smooching on the couch. And Michael's just watching them going like, this is just too fucking easy at this point. But they're doing all that thing. Lori, she's hanging out with Tommy and Lindsay. They're carving pumpkins and stuff. They had a great goddamn time. But then the phone rings. She's like, fuck. And she gets up and she goes over. She's like, hi, and it's Linda. And she's like, hey, where's Annie? And she's like, she told me she was going to go get Paul. Okay, well, we're going to have some fun over here, okay? So can you just, keep Lindsay for, the next, 2 hours or 3 hours? And Bob's like, yeah, we're going to have a lot of sex. Thank you, Ducking Henry. Michael killing pedos for the win. Goddamn right. Bob was a menace to society, Chad. He needed to be taken out. Thank you, by the way, Stefan, for the 22 biddies. The unicorn biddies, the pride unicorn biddies, especially. But Lori's just like, well, I got nothing better to do. She's like, yeah, well, maybe you and Ben Tramer can have some fun tomorrow. She's like, shut up. Hands at the phone. And so her and Bob, they go up to the bedroom, which for whatever reason, there is a jack-o'-lantern. Why would you keep a jack-o'-lantern in your bedroom? It's not like a fake one. It's like a real pumpkin with a candle in it. It's like, why? Why? And they're just fucking Chad. They're just having all the sex. They're having all the sex at this point. And, I forgot to mention, Sheriff Brackett and Loomis. Loomis has said, I'm just going to patrol the neighborhood right now. That's the other thing. I forgot one scene, very important scene, Chad. So when Sheriff Brackett leaves to, talk with people, Loomis spots the car, across the fucking street to them. He's like, why didn't I see this before? And it's the car that Michael's still in the game of the movie. And so that's when Loomis just starts going down back and forth around the neighborhood, checking street to street to see if Michael's around. I forgot to mention that scene before. So he's Dr. Loomis, Samuel Lewis is on the move, after scaring some kids. But then, we cut back to Linda and Bob. And they're having sex, chat. You know, Bob is not a one-pump chump. I will give him that, chat. He may possibly a pedophile, but he is no one-pump chump. And so they consummate the lovemaking, chat, okay? There have been liquids exchanged, chat, to get very specific. And they're, like, flirting back and forth. And she's like, go get me another beer. And he's like, all right. And so he gets up, chat. And he goes downstairs, and he grabs a beer. But he notices, like, the door was open. The door's open. And he's like, that's weird. He goes over to the patio, closes the door. And then he hears, like, someone's like, what's that? And he's like, is someone here? And he opens this one closet, and there's, like, no one in there. He's like, whatever. Closes it, but he hears something else. Opens the other closet. Boom! Michael comes out and just starts choking the shit out of him, chat. Just with one arm, just hold him. He's like, Bob's like, whoa! And then Michael pulls out the big old kitchen knife, chat. Bob's like, no! And then stabs him right in the gut, chat, and holds him up. And so Bob's just hanging there like, ugh. And Michael's just like a dog, like, I like this. This is pretty cool. This is my best work. Like, he's like so curious. I like what his head is going back and forth, just admiring what he did. Eventually we cut back to Linda, who is waiting for her brewski, you know, filing her nails, chat. And then she notices someone standing in front of the doorway. And it's this person who has a white ghost sheet over them, chat, and Bob's glasses. This is really cool. It's a famous scene. And where she's like, where's my beer? And he's like, Michael's just not saying anything, just staring at her. And she's like, oh, playing hard to get. And she's like what you see, showing off the bazoongas, chat. And Michael's like, I've seen better. Just completely uninterested. And she's like, come on, well, fine. Well, where's my beer, Bob? And no beer. And she's like, oh my God, whatever. You know what? This is just not working. I am going to call Lori, okay? And so she takes the phone. Michael's like, you ain't calling no one. And as soon as she dials, chat, Lori goes over to pick up the phone. He just starts strangling the shit out of her with the phone cord. She's like, Michael does a lot of strangling in this movie. And Lori picks up and she's like, hello? Hello? And he's just like, oh, ha, very funny, as Linda's just and she dies, chat. She dies. And Michael picks up the phone. The glasses fall off. The sheet falls off. And it's just Michael just going, just breathing into the phone. And Lori's like, all right, whatever. And she hangs up. Michael is too nitpicky for the boobies. He does not care about the boobies in any capacity. And thank you, a dub, for the follow. Your main Huckleberry, welcome to stream. But Lori's just kind of weirded out by this. And eventually she notices the kids aren't there. They went up to sleep. She puts them to bed. They're sleeping. And Lindsay's like, she's snuggling next to Tommy. She's like, nice. Stranger, she's like 100 biddies. No, Linda, my favorite Halloween character. Good evening. All Stranger Shoe, good to see you. Ooh, perfectly timed there, too, with the Michael alert. I love it. The Chris Myers alert, complete with beard. Thank you, Stranger Shoe. But the kids, Lindsay and Tommy, they're in bed, chat. They're sleeping, you know. But Lori's like, I'm gonna fucking head over to the house and see what's going on. I'm gonna go to that's not the thing, because she looks outside and she sees all the lights going on and off, like weird. And she's like, what the fuck? And so she's like, all right. So she goes outside and she goes across the way. She goes inside the house, notices the doors are open, which is like, this is kind of odd. And she's calling out to everybody, Bob, Annie, Linda, Paul. And she goes up the stairs. And then she turns the corner and she stares down the hallway until she comes to the bedroom, chat. And what she sees horrifies her, chat. We see the body of Annie spread across the bed with Judith Myers' gravestone above her. Why the fucking gravestone? I don't know, but the gravestone is there, chat. With all these fucking candles and shit. So Michael's like, I'm going to make sure it's very atmospheric and it smells like pumpkin spice. And so Michael's laid out all these pumpkin spice candles everywhere, chat, complete with jack-o'-lantern, because he loves the smell of pumpkin and cinnamon. And Lori's just like, and she's like, going around the room like she's losing control of her legs and stuff. So like she's getting weak-kneed. And then she like goes by the closet, and then the dead body of Bob is just hanging there. He's like that. She's like, oh. And then this one cupboard door opens, and we see Linda just like, and she's like, oh. And then she runs out. She's like, oh my God. Oh, my friends are fucking dead. And she's like, and then we get one of the most beautiful, iconic shots. I mean, one of my favorite shots in the movie, where she's right in front of this entranceway, this doorway where it's all black. It's just darkness. And it's slowly revealed that there's something right behind her, and it's the white of Michael's mask. It's such a beautiful shot. I love this. And he's like, you can just know. He's like, you should have left those keys on my porch. And he just starts stabbing her. He's like, ah. She gets like stabbed across her arm, Chad, just like right there. And she's stumbling. She falls over the banister, Chad, over the railing, boom, boom, like all the way down the stairs. And Michael's just like, I'm gonna get you. She's like, holy fucking shit. So she just takes off running. She like goes into the kitchen area, Chad. But then, by the way, which has been blocked off by a rake. So she locks the kitchen door, but it's blocked up. Like, it's fucking glass, Lori. Just smash it. She's like, oh my God, oh jeez. Michael's just like, oh yeah. He just goes through like the Kool-Aid man, Chad. He just punches through the wooden door, just boom, 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 until he punches through. Fucking hand just covered in like wood splinters and shit. He doesn't give a shit. He's Michael Myers. He opens the door. He's coming after her. Lori just like, she's like, fuck it. She punches through the glass, Chad. Glass shards in her hand. She takes the rake off and she just takes off running. She's like, help me! Help me! She's just screaming Chad to anyone. She goes, I love this. This is cool. Because this is what happened in real life. She goes to like the neighbors and she's like, someone fucking help me. She's like banging on the door. The lights come on. The neighbors go to their window and they look outside and it's like, help me. Someone's trying to kill me. And they just shut the shutters and they turn off the lights like it's just some crazy broad. Who cares? She's like, someone help me. And she runs across the street back to the Doyle residence. And she's banging on the door. She's like, Tommy, Lindsay, Tommy. And she's like, she takes like a potted plant. She throws it at his window and the lights come on. And Tommy's like, Lori said, you open the door. And he goes, and he's like, all right, I'll be right there. And Michael's just like, yeah, we're not done, baby. He's right behind her, Che. He's coming for the tookus. And so, Tommy, he opens the door. Lori, she slams it shut, locks it. And Lindsay's like, what's going on? We were snuggling. You interrupted the snuggle sesh. And he's like, you immediately go upstairs. Go upstairs right now and lock yourselves in. Okay, lock yourselves in. And so they're like, oh, fucking shit. They go upstairs and they lock themselves in their bedroom, Chat. And then, Lori, she's going from all the downstairs. She's locking the doors, but she notices the window is wide open. It's wide open, Chat. And she's like, fuck, shit, that's not good. That's not good. And so she's like hiding shit. Michael, he's been hiding in the shadows this whole time. And, Lori, she likes to crochet and shit. And she grabs one of these crochet needles, these knitting needles. Doing her thing. Michael tries to sneak up on her, like stab her, but she goes right into his neck. And he's like, oh my God, this has never happened to me before. And he takes out the knitting needle, just blood shoots out. And he just falls down. She's like, oh, he gets like the vapors for a bit. And he faints. And Lori, she like grabs the knife ready to stab him. Like, I'm going to double tap. But she's like, oh, he's obviously dead. He's not going to get up. So I'm just going to go ahead and drop the knife on the ground. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. She's like, oh, I just need a minute. And Michael's just like, yeah, we're done. He gets up, grabs a knife, and goes after. She's like, oh, I thought you were dead. And so she just runs up. She just runs up the stairs, Chat. Runs up the stairs. And the kids are like, what the fuck is going on? What the hell's happening? But Michael be coming up them stairs. She's like, get inside now. And so at this point, that's the thing. Oh yeah, no, that's what happens. I think it's are we at no, not yet. No. So yeah, they go up the stairs. She's like, yo, keep yourselves inside. Michael, she struggles with Michael. He's fucking, I'll be right there. But she goes into the master bedroom, opens these huge doors that lead out to the patio to make it look like she escaped, but then she goes and hides in the closet. Michael's like, I ain't fucking dumb, I can hear you. And he goes over another iconic scene. Now we get very intimate here, where he's like, she wraps up this like brassiere or something, wraps up this rope or something around the handle so he can't open the doors. And he just starts busting through the closet, just like, and the light comes on and you just see him trying to reach for her and uses his knife to, swat at her, slash at her. And she's like, I got to use something to fight back. So she takes a wire hanger, Chat. She unravels it and goes right into his eyeball. And if I was Michael, I would freak the fuck out. I would lose my mind. I would be so pissed that this bitch just stabbed my eye. And that's what we see. In the 2018 film, he's blind in that eye, Chat, because she damaged it. And he just falls over because he gets the vapors again. He falls over. And not yet, because he freaks out. He drops his knife. She comes out and stabs him in the gut. And he falls over, seemingly dead. And then she comes out, drops the knife again right next to him. But she comes out, and the kids come out, and she's like, okay, I want you guys to go outside right now and ask for help. Go to all the neighbors and tell them what's happened. It was the boogeyman. It's like, it's okay, he's dead. But go outside and tell all the neighbors. And so the kids, they run outside, and they're just like, they're fucking screaming and shit. Lindsay and Tommy just screaming and yelling for all the neighbors. And Loomis, he is walking by and sees this, and he's like, oh, fuck. And he goes into the house, chat. Meanwhile, though, another iconic shot of Lori just hanging out by the doorway, just like exhausted at this point, losing blood. And Michael just gets up and just, look, it's that head turn, chat, where he's like, whoop. And just looks at her like that. And he just gets up that bunna, doot, 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 like all that music. And he comes up to her, and she like gets up like she's going down the stairs. But he grabs her and just starts strangling the shit out of her. Chad, she's like, and she's fighting him and stuff. And Loomis, he's like running up this. He's running up the stairs at this point, and he sees Michael, and we see like Lori unmask Michael Myers, and it's some guy. It's just some normal-looking guy, Chad, just some dude. And he's like, and he puts the mask back on, but then boom, Loomis shoots him. She's like, go! And then Michael stumbles back into the master bedroom, and Loomis goes in there. And Michael's just like standing there like, don't shoot me again. And Loomis fucking shoots him like 4 or 5 more times. Boom, 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 boom. Until Michael falls off the back way and lands on the backyard like, seemingly dead. 4th time's the charm. 3rd or 4th time's the charm, Chad, I guess, I suppose, at this point. And then Loomis goes back to Lori, and she's like, was that the boogeyman? And he goes, yes, actually, it was. And then he goes back to check on Michael, the body, and the body is gone, Chad. He's like, holy fucking shit. And we cut to all these various shots of the neighborhood, chat. And it's like he could be anywhere. The evil is gone. The evil is everywhere. The evil can be in your neighborhood. It can be in your backyard. It can be in your house. It can be in this very room. And that's it, chat. And that's Halloween. The franchise was born, and a subgenre took off. But that was John Carpenter's 1978 slasher film, Halloween. There you go. He dead, right? Nope. Oh, and his breathing. Like through the mask and stuff. So good. So good. Tries to avoid eye contact with Chris. No. So I hope you guys enjoyed the review. That's why you need a headshot. Boom. Right? I think they're going to kill him by the time we get to Halloween ends. I think they're going to kill Michael. Headshot him. Or the whole town's going to rip him apart. Oh, my Lord. But there you go, friends. There you go. Looks at my crochet hook. Stabby, stab, stab. That's what you got to do. Use that crochet needle. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But there you go, chat. My review for Halloween. It's a fun one. I think tomorrow, double tap. No, there was no double tapping in this movie. That was the problem. Tomorrow, I think I'm going to do Halloween 2018 shit. I know I said I was going to do Boo, a Madeir Halloween, a little-known entry in the Halloween franchise, and Boo too. But I feel like I'm going to do 2018, chat. That makes sense. I think it makes sense, especially if Halloween Kills coming out this week. So I'll do Halloween Kills on Friday, which will be perfect. And then I'll do Boo, Madea Halloween on Wednesday. So all Halloween films, chat. I'm still waiting for that Michael Myers v. Madeir movie. Hopefully we'll get it. Ooh, Lindsay, a ride or die. She's a ride or die girl. She knows. She comes back in the movie too. She's in Halloween Kills, and I'm very excited to. I wonder if this year. I think it might be the original actress who's coming back. I can't remember. I know it's not Tommy Dole's original actor, but I think Lindsay's original actress is coming back, which is pretty cool. So I hope she's like the same. Just like, I don't give a fuck. I'm watching my movies. Thank you, Stefan. Thank you so much for the 15 biddies. I forget, how did they explain that in the reboot? Because in the end of the first one leads into the second one, but now that's not canon. Yeah, the second one is not. So you mean like how he vanishes? In 2018, they explained they did catch him later on the night, and apparently there are several flashback sequences that are going to show them, the police, capturing Michael that night. Because I think he does go back to this in the marketing for this movie. It appears he goes back to the house, and that's where he's arrested, where he's taken. So I think, yeah, Kyle Richards, that's it. Kyle Richards plays Lindsay. That's correct. Yeah. And he's like me brushing my hair shirtless right now. Oh, my God. Like everything with a 10 out of 10. Very kind, very kind. So we're going to see. Nice. 11 out of 10 review. Thank you, Brando. Thank you, guys. Yeah, I'm going to tune in. Naya Browning, nods and smiles. You liked it, Naya. You liked it. But I'm very excited to do Halloween 2018, chat. Be perfect. Leads right into Kills. And then Madeir on Wednesday. But now, my friends, I'm going to take a brief break. I don't know. I'm going to take a brief break, and I'm going to refill my beverage because we are going to be playing some Alan Wake Remastered, chat. Actually, let me go ahead and make a quick little change here. Got to switch out some wires. So in the meantime, chat, look upon the evil pumpkin hand. Great logo, by the way.